Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Invasions, Week 15, Day 5. So, today, we're going to be opening up the Major Orb, because we already finished the invasion, so we don't have anything else we need to go do with that. Other than that, though, we do need to go and keep getting Frostmage leveled, and we need to go do Delves, because 1 week from today, we are getting a brand new Delve, so we do need to stock up on shards and make sure we have a decent amount of them, because, yeah, going to be throwing them all immediately when the next Delve comes out in a week from now. We're also getting a new Mythic on next Friday as well, a week from today. So, got a lot of stuff next Friday. I wish they would spread it out a little bit more evenly, but we are getting 2 things next Friday, even though we got nothing this weekend. But anyways, let's go and I guess we'll do 1 PvP battle for now, then we'll go open the orb. I'll wait just a little bit before we open it. The shiny orb of a useless green, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? It could be a blue. Hopefully a blue. We'll give a redeem code out immediately if it's a blue. How about that? Hopefully it'll be a blue. Very unlikely though. Very unlikely. We'll still have a redeem code regardless though. Well, grab our greens. Oh, we're up against goblins. That better not instant win. Oh, never mind. It's a weird version of goblin. Oh, it's a goblin with, I've never actually seen that used in that team in particular. It's a goblin team. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is the AI doing actually moving the correct one the first slot? But it's a goblin team with rope dart. Apparently it's super strong. It almost just destroyed us. I think we're dead. Oh no, we won. That's fine. We'll do that. Dead. Okay. That was almost really bad. Oh, we got a pet too. Nice. I think that's one that we don't have maxed yet either. So we'll need to go do that. But first things first. Let's go see our shiny green or orange orb. Let's see what's in this. It should be done already. Yeah, even if it wasn't, we could easily have done some of our battles. Redeem code with blue orb. I wish. I want it to be a blue orb so badly. Let's see what happens. Nope. Another useless orange. But we'll still have a code. A little bit later, though. That's kind of to be expected that would get something useless from it. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello Questor. Hello Famous. Hello Pony. Hello Techni. Hello Haley. Hello Pupami. Hello Blade Song. The Quiet Weekends. Hello Mimit. Hello, Demon or Angel. Hello, Gamora. Hello, Captain. Hello, Demon or Angel. And that's everyone. And hello, everyone else. Welcome. Okay. So let's go do that pet that literally just popped up. Want to do that before we forget. Still need 13 more copies. It's a pretty useless one, though. It's for Bright Fars. Bright Fars, while it has some pretty good troops, it doesn't really have a 4-time synergy that's that good. We'll still go run it. Why not? The dreaded useless green or orange. Has such a high rate of dropping too. It's nearly a 66% chance that it would drop something that bad. Not exactly, but pretty close. I'm never gonna bother casting Grease because we already get max gold by doing that. Hello 2 times for you fits your multiple personalities. What do we take here? Grab the green there. Oh no, we're slightly lagging. Let's see. We'll grab a skull. Grab our yellows. Get the green that we need and then destroy everything. Unfortunately, he just silenced us. So we're gonna need to try to take a brown now. I can get the max gold, so might as well. Oh, we still need brown, otherwise we can't really do much, or at least not quickly. We'll poke him with a billion skulls. Alright, she's on silence. Do that, kill it, dead. And do it one more time, or hit him with a random skull. Either or. Either which we have until he gave it to us. Okay, grab our gold, grab our brown for immediate mana, because that should be enough. We're still at the lower level range. Creates brown for us for free, so we do that, get all of our mana right back. And unfortunately, it's not a follow-up extra turn, but still dies pretty much instantly. Also, pets are still really good EXP. The first 4 battles are relatively decent, because they take such a short duration of time. The other 4, not so much. But definitely the first 4 are really, really good EXP. gonna have to use gold again, but it doesn't matter. We still reach max. Hello, Daryl. Welcome. Glad you could join us again. Who knows? Maybe we'll get 10 copies of this pet. Most I've ever gotten at once is 6. I've only had that happen once. I have heard reports of people getting 7 and 8. I don't think anyone has gotten 9 or more, though. Chance of it happening is very, very unlikely. Though with however many baskets there are, I believe there is a possibility of getting like 11 or 12 at once. Though it's such a low chance that probably no one has ever done it before. Similar to how no one, I don't believe, has ever gotten like a 30+ tribute. It's possible, but very unlikely. I think my highest is like a 24 or 25 or 26. 1 to 3. We've only hit in the 20s a couple times. Should have taken that green first. Could have had her to full mana. Or almost full mana. I'll get the gold, because why not? Send this key to key to key. Gonna need 3 of them. Now 2. Should have taken that brown first. We have to link slightly to it, so it actually is worth taking the colors whenever they're an extra turn sitting there. If we didn't have a link, a 1-to-1 wouldn't really matter, like whenever there's 4 times. But because it would just be destroyed anyways for 1-to-1. But since we do have a link, it actually is worth taking it for the brown and the red. Whenever it's a 4 times. Like this one doesn't matter at all, even if we needed the mana, because it's only going to give us 4 mana with no link, so it's going to be the same thing destroyed or not destroyed. It doesn't matter. So with that being said, I am going to take it though, because I do need the mana to go do that. But yeah, whenever it's a 4 times, if you don't have a link to it, destroying it's the same thing as taking it, unless you just randomly get a cascade, or if you have something that benefits from actually turning on your team. In Guild Wars, more often than not, you actually don't go for those moves, because every turn you waste technically lowers your score some, and even an extra turn counts as doing a turn. You almost never get one from the baskets. Yeah, they are a low chance. I feel like it's almost like 1 in 10 or something off of baskets. It's something ridiculously low that you'll specifically get a pet from it. Right, I'm going to prefer Preemptive Key just because they're way out of kill range. 1 mana short. How wonderful. We'll do it again. Put the key down. Tank right back up. Luckily this isn't Delves, so it doesn't matter that that died. So we will be going to Delves in a moment. And down it goes. And final battle, and hopefully get lucky off of something. Yep, never mind. Oh, that was the final battle. It seemed really weak. Okay, well we got 1 extra copy at least. We got 2. Still need another 11 though, before that gets maxed. But 1 step closer. At least we're finally seeing a pet that we don't have maxed. We've been on a really large streak of just getting repeats. Oops, I did not mean to click on that. But anyways, let's go and head over to, not Invasions, we already finished that. Let's head over to Underworld and finish out our 2 delves. I did do one of them earlier, and even though it only shows 1, we do have 1 from earlier from when we clicked on it. But let's see, where's our treasure room? Okay, oh yeah, this didn't have a Cedric, unfortunately. Nope. How do we go about this then? Okay. Oh, wow. A 1.15 on both sides. Wow, this delve is bad. What even is this order? I guess we take those 2, those 2, those 2, treasure room, and then done. This is an awful setup. At least a lot of the battles are weaker, if nothing else, but still. Horrible, horrible setup. And I kind of just been sticking with the Frostmage team thing here. There is a slight chance we could lose with this thing, but it's very unlikely, and we get Frostmage XP while doing it. We get 18 per delve, so it's worth it for the most part. It's also a lot quicker if we get a Cedric, which is kind of the whole reason why we have it. This one specific one doesn't have it, but it's still fine without it. It's still function. Oh no! I just left Greed in first slot. That's not too big a deal, but it does make this team ever so slightly weaker. It's tankier, but it's blocked more in mana, so it's not going to be winning as quickly. Should be able to work around it though. If nothing else, it's at least safer. It just takes a little bit longer. I don't think they would ever make one specifically for trade stones. The only thing that they specifically have related to trade stones, I believe, is the 2 monthly pack things, and I think you can only have 1 active at a time. Where'd it go? The offers. But yeah, I believe this was the only thing that they really have that gives a substantial amount of trade stones in any way. Was it these 2? No, it was just this one. It was the $50 like Path to Glory thing. I personally wouldn't consider this one to be worth it though. You'll eventually get all the trade stones in the game just by naturally playing. It might seem like you're behind right now, but there's a lot of things that you just passively gain trade stones from in this game. And while initially it might be hard to get all the trade stones, you do really quickly reach a point where you have basically infinite trade stones. It does take several months though before you reach that point, but once you do, you like never need trade stones again. At least in the current economy of the game. That might change in the future.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Because initially you start reaching the point where you get each color done. Like let's say yellow, green, for example. You get it to the point where you no longer need yellow, green for anything. And then slowly and slowly you start getting more and more done. And then eventually you reach the point where you don't even need minor greens anymore. And then very soon after you just reach the point where literally everything is done and you don't need any trade stones anymore. How long that actually takes to reach is quite a while though. But literally everything in the entire game gives you trade stones. Arena gives you trade stones, Treasure Hunt gives you trade stones, PvP gives you trade stones, Delves gives you trade stones, Legendary Tasks give you trade stones, and just plenty of things. Like, there's almost nothing that doesn't give trade stones. And if you do need to rush trade stones on anything, throwing Glory on the weekly packs, particularly whenever there's an epic in it that has a arcane, that can save you a lot of time. If you farm those up. It doesn't even necessarily need to be the epic packs. You can do them for any of them. But for the epic packs, you do get 2 arcane for, basically for 200 each instead of 300 each, which is just a little bit cheaper. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Welcome. Now, luckily, this greed in first slot isn't being as big of a nuisance this time around. Sometimes it really likes to block. And while it is blocking some, it's not being that big a deal this time around. Yet. But it's probably because a lot of these battles are a lot weaker than normal. They got really bad multipliers too. I wouldn't be surprised if we have like a 2.5 or something as our multiplier total. Something ridiculously low. To drain something, and I don't have stealthy on that because we're not using the correct hero class. But for whatever reason, he doesn't even cast the right ability. Good job, AI. And he's dead. Plus, we actually turned that. We could have taken another skull or a cast or whatever we wanted. I believe both of these are 1.15s, correct? Yes, they are. Let's take the easier one first, then the harder one, then the treasure room. I believe that's also proper loot order, but it makes little difference. I actually forget what the loot is on the other one. I think it actually does have worse loot, the other one, but it has like a runic trade stone or something on it. Alright, here's where our mana gets blocked. Because it can't take green to get mana. Oh, luckily we can take double red. Perfect. Just do it that way instead. Him dying actually was a bad thing, because now we can't actually turn. Oh, never mind. He still dies. I lied. Let's go into this one. Oh yeah, I was right. It does have a purple runic. I'm starting to slowly memorize what each reward is. It's hard because each one has 3 values, and there's like what, like 100 something rooms.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Okay, there should be enough mana, and then we key it dead. There we go. Yeah, I'll hand out a code once we get all the delves done. We have this one and then the next one. Wow, that multiplier might be even worse than I thought it was. Oh no, it's gonna be a little bit better than I thought it was. It's gonna end at a 2.7. That's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it's still really low. This delve could easily reach 3 times, or near 3 times.
Mana surge.
Way below average. That doesn't kill. He's probably gonna revive off of 25%. Pulling it now. Nope, okay. He's being nice for that. I have no way to get rid of that barrier because we're not using speed. And one skull will do it. Oh, I do need to make sure he doesn't die. Whoops, whoops, whoops! Hold up. How do we do this? It's not enough to kill. I'm actually gonna pass my turn and then destroy kill him. Or that works too. If he didn't do that skull, we actually would have brought him to 1 HP. And then he probably would have gotten a kill on us, which would have been a gigantic fail. Wouldn't have been the end of the delve though. Because we could easily just put an egg there and just play the final battle a bit slower. But then we can't do this. Okay, I need those reds. Unfortunately, we can't get it. We'll store this for now. He's actually going to move our team back to normal order in a second, so that's going to be nice of him. That would have been full mana, what's her name, if that wasn't blocking. But luckily, now it's not blocking anymore. So that's not even going to matter, because we're just going to be taking a red anyways. There we go. We're going to have a key. That will give us a second turn. Throw that down, and that will almost kill. Let's see. Throw another key down. Every single time I do something to get rid of all notifications, it still finds a way to keep doing more notifications. Steam has like notifications through so many different things. I think it's trying to do it through big picture now. Oh, level 10 chest. We haven't gotten one for a while. But I think it's trying to do it through big picture now because we try to have it that way for the controller so that we can actually get it to work properly. But it just keeps wanting to find ways to do notifications, and it's really annoying. But anyways, hit our level 10. And what do we even have? Useless gold and a bunch of shards, but at least we got our shards. Anyways, though, let's keep going. Got that. Got our, what do we even have there? 1.25. Nothing there. Oh, 1.3. So we probably just go right into there, go to the 1.3. I don't think we cut over, unless this is a 1.15 as well. No. So we do up to the 1.3, do those two, do that one in the treasure room, and that'll be that. Hello, Durade. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Get a gigantic extra turn. You generally think that that team is the most meta team ever in the game, and defense has the same with the Dragon Eye teams. Yeah, Dragon Eye teams are super annoying right now. I wouldn't say the Dragon Eye teams are the most meta thing that has ever been on defense, though this is pretty close to the most meta thing that's ever been offensively, because it's the best gold farming team while simultaneously being one of the best kill options. There are some things that in some circumstances can kill quicker than this team, but particularly when Key can't one-shot in PvP, which does happen quite a bit in the late game. But yeah, it's still really, really, really good. And nothing's been capable of farming gold as quickly, because I believe even if something wins slightly quicker than it, it still technically farms more gold because you are getting that little bit of extra bonus each time. Also, while it's not relevant too much at this current moment in time, this is also the best map farming team in the game that is realistically usable in PvP that does not have Tyree in it. And while that's not really that realistic, or, you know, that's not really that useful at the moment, there is a good chance they are doing something to maps in the near future that would make it actually viable. What's the best defend team right now? Well, for PvP, the best defend team is the worst defend team that you possibly set. The metaphor has always been the worst. So there's no really good worst to set this week, just because there's no objective. It's maps, and there's nothing you can set on defend that specifically works towards that. So like 3 times firebomb, 4 times firebomb, other various stuff like that is the best defend team currently this week. But next week, if it was, let's say, kill Browns in PvP, something like just anything with 4 weak Browns would work. Like 3 bags and like a bomb bot or something in first slot. Or even just 4 bags. He got a kill. And it was on Cedric. It's not too big a deal. It makes the rest of this delve slightly slower, but we should still easily win. And this is why you normally use the Golgotha team as well. It doesn't have to deal with stuff like this, where they just randomly die when I'm not paying attention. Okay, we'll get our gold. Should still be fine. Might not even slow us down much. Oh shit, thinking that's cool. The only bad thing that could possibly happen at this point that could actually legitimately make us lose is that thing transforming us. Oh, and he has full mana. Well, lovely. But we get it. If he does, that's really bad. The only thing that he could possibly cast that on that wouldn't hurt us is first slot. So hopefully we'll get lucky. Ooh, that's something. Well, the core of our team is still alive. Though he got all of his mana back, so that's not a good sign. Luckily, he didn't get anything out of it. But, our team's not looking too good. Should be fine, though. Unless he somehow transforms again and gets our hero. In which case, we are dead. But, yeah, this is a really weird team now. Should still be fine, though. We'll go grab this one. I'll find out, anyways. Can't even one-shot this battle now. I'm not gonna have the resources to do so. So let's go right into green, get our mana for that. We actually have to spam her a little bit because we don't have that much gold. Every extra turn we see we have to take to try to get our gold up. Key I can't even really cast right now because we need gold before we can. Okay, we're almost halfway there. Now we're halfway there. Did we throw a key? Yeah, because it's not going to be enough to one-shot, so we just need to bring them to kill range anyways. We'll do that. Throw another one down. Go do whatever, and it barely does anything. How is that not a kill? Egg Thief, kill that. It has 1 HP. At least that means we have a guarantee extra turn on this next one. Guess I'm not even going to bother casting. Then again, we could get right off of it. Of course he would hit hero. The only thing that would actually matter if it actually dies on this team. Okay, now we're at max gold. Small gold, but still max. Looks like it still gets it done. Egg Thief can technically solo almost any team in the game once it has a decent enough number of destroys. Oh, you meant for winning defend battles. That makes sense. As far as best overall for winning defends, that's a hard choice. Because it's hard to really track proper win rates and stuff. Because you automatically get a win whenever anyone defeats you on casual PvP. I believe that glitch is still in place. I don't think they fixed it yet. So, actually, I'm not even fully certain if they fixed that or not. But if they haven't fixed that yet, there's a glitch where even if your team loses, it still counts as a win if you were fought in casual PvP. And that makes teams that tend to get fought more in casual PvP to have a lot higher win rate than it should. So things that that bait out the enemy team to actually fight you. Like something with 4 times Firebomb could have over a 50% win rate, just because everyone keeps fighting it in casual PvP. But so it's really hard to actually tell and test that. But I would assume it's something like any version of Dragon's Eye team. Basically Gimlet, Dragon's Eye, anything. Any version similar to that is probably one of the higher win rates these days. But no, I would have no clue definitively which one is actually the best. Nor does it really matter. Because no one would realistically need to actually set the best defend team for PvP. Unless they want to troll people with really hard teams, which a lot of people do. I think mine's still 4 stone hammers if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. Okay, I'm actually gonna take a skull here. We'll do it that way. Throw a key down. Why not? Not enough to get any kill. Not enough to get any kill, but we'll go for that. We'll hit there. What is this link of what you post? Let's see. War Priest level 100. Oh, you finally got War Priest 100. Nice. Oh, did you finally get all of them maxed? I assume you already had all of them maxed, so that's you remaxing them. Yeah, we still have a ways to go before we max. I think my War Priest is sitting at like level 34 or something. Pretty bad. One of the only real things it has going for it is that stun and has 40% score reduction. That's basically the entire class. Yeah, Queen Titania Yagway is pretty good to defend. It's, oh, what's the order? I consider it more of an invasion team than a defend team, but I do use it for one of my Guild War days. I believe Brown Guild War. But, what's it called again? It's Flame of Fire with Titan or Frostmage, followed by, Yagway, Tapon, and Queen Titania. One of the strongest teams, not just for defending, but also for invading. Okay, I need her to be full mana. There's no way to directly take it, so we'll throw a very, very low damage key there, just to kind of get our gold flowing a little bit. Fortunately, still no way to go grab that mana. We'll stick the green there. Let her destroy. Upbeat drains the egg. Of all things to drain, that's a really odd choice, AI. I'm gonna take a skull here just to bring it to kill range. I think even with that, it's not even in kill range yet. We'll do that. She is stealthy, so it's fine. Just get all her mana back. Apparently 1 mana short, fail. Take a brown there. That'll definitely be a kill. So we just go right into the skull follow-up. And luckily that dies. We'll get her to full mana. Get all the browns we need. A little short. This is such a strange team. After the 2 hits that we took. But yeah, the only things that really got disabled here are all of our gold methods. Like the cap of the gold and the instant gold. But the team still functions. It has the main components there. Egg beef plus key. The whole reason why they're in the middle to begin with. So that you would still have them if you lose your sides. Let's see. No, Techni is not my girlfriend. He's just trolling. No, he's just always here trolling. He changed his name after like a few weeks, not even. I think like the very first week we came over to YouTube. He ended up changing his name to that, and he's never changed it since. And he just likes trolling us. But no, I'm single at the moment. Have been for a few years now. We take care. We'll throw down key. Grab a... Do I actually take that skull? Yeah, I guess we do. Just in case he gets a revive. Yeah, he's actually the highest level in the game right now. We've known each other pretty much for the entire history of the game. I think I met him like the first month or 2 I've been playing. Oh, he got a kill. Shouldn't be able to win though. And it doesn't really matter that he got a kill on that because we just replace it. And the 5 damage kills it. Very nice. And in the final battle. Well, this one a little bit slower than it needed to, but it looks like we still get it. Very unlikely we'll lose here. Doesn't really have much for damage. The only way we could really lose is if it gets Death Mark, and then just gets super lucky with that Death Mark. What would it take? Guess we'll get the brown for now. I might just do that to get the gold. Do we really just cast that for gold? I'm so tempted to. It's gonna do almost 0 damage, but I need the gold. Okay, we'll start spamming XP, it looks like. Okay, I thought that was barrier for a second. It's just blessed, which is fine. Blessed will have no effect on us. Nice little 5 times follow-up. And unlike in Treasure Hunt, getting multiple extra turns chained like that does still keep giving us not only mana, but also gold. Which in this case, while that normally wouldn't be relevant, in this case that's actually pretty relevant. The fact that it gives a little bit of gold. Because we need that little bit of gold. Like, I'm going to preemptively throw this just to bring it to kill range, so we can guarantee get an extra turn when we cast it again. Someone said earlier that someone on console was over level 2000. But yes, he's the only level 2000 plus on the PC side, on PC mobile version. I believe someone said earlier someone's over level 2000 on PS4 or something. It's only one other person, and it's lower level than Tecni. And there we go, level 8 chest to follow up to level 10. And what's the side? A bunch of legendary ingots. I did not need that, but we got our shards at least. And that is that. Actually, with our legendary ingots, let me go upgrade some weapons. Actually, I always say that, and then I kind of stop because there's so many weapons that become weaker when upgraded. But I don't know, I guess we'll still upgrade them. There's almost no point to, because it's still a while before we need weapon upgrades for kingdoms. I don't believe you really start needing them really highly upgraded until like 15 plus stars, and we're not at that point yet. And of course we're saving our shards, take our tribute. We still haven't hit over 23,000 yet either. Close though, very close, 19 away. We'll have that easily by later tonight, or definitely by tomorrow. Anyways, and all those are going probably to, I might be throwing it for next faction, next Friday. I'm not fully certain where these gems are going. I'll be doing it for something fun. But anyways, let me go, and I guess we'll do the weapons like I just mentioned. Why not? I don't think we really need to go do mythics, because we're at the point where we don't really need to. But let's see. Where's my weapons? Weapon, weapon, weapon. Oh, why am I doing this? I should do it by rarity. Okay. So, mythic weapons. I guess we'll upgrade one. Which lucky weapon will get useless abilities? Some of these actually get weaker, if I'm not mistaken, when upgraded. Let's see. Staff of Visions. You are so useless. You have to gain something beneficial from having this. You have that useless destroy a purple gem fail. I'll still give it to you. There you go, weapon. Okay, and now let's do some legendary ones. We probably have enough to do like 10 legendary weapons. I just need to make sure whatever I upgrade is not actually pointless. And some of them can backfire and get weaker as you upgrade it. Which I'm trying to save for as last as possible, just in case. Dragonfire, this is such a useless weapon. Let's go get this thing maxed, because I'm never going to be using it anyways. I guess the super, super useless weapons, we don't really have to care if we max it out like this one. Like, it could have the worst or best perks, it doesn't matter, it's a useless weapon. It's never going to be used. Oh, Festival Staff. Do you gain anything good? Give all allies 2 yellow. Create a yellow gem. I believe you naturally create yellow, right? No! Why would you create... Why? What logic makes you add a +1 yellow creation on a weapon that creates green and red? Devs, what are you doing? Okay, let's see. What about Explosion? This is like one of those ancient weapons that a lot of people don't have. Though it's pretty useless, but still max it out. We have enough to upgrade like 9 more weapons if we want. Not gonna do that many though. Fey 1's useless, might as well get that maxed. I like how I'm just basically upgrading them now based on their uselessness. Why is this only at +7? I assume +8 is horrible. Yeah, destroy 3 green gems. Well, it's not horrible, but it's questionable. What is this thing? It based on purple and blue based on glacial peaks. Why is this one not upgraded? This actually isn't that bad, so we'll go do it. Might as well. Oh, I think because it used to have an explosion before, but now it doesn't have an explosion anymore, so it's actually okay to go get up. Let's see, Goblin Crusher. This at one point was actually insanely good when goblins were meta. Unfortunately, Goblin Chomper these days is way superior to it, so no one really uses that anymore. Okay, some of these get way weaker, like Imperial Jewel we're never going to want to get upgraded, as long as we could help it. Oh, here's a super useless weapon, Null Spear. We'll go max this out, because it doesn't matter. And let's go do one more, I guess. Order and Chaos. This actually was somewhat okay at one point in the game. Oh no, it has a useless Crater Red and Crater Green. No! Oh, well, we'll still max it. Not really ever used in the current state of the game. Okay, there we go. One step closer to everything maxed. I believe we only need enough. We're almost at the point where we have every mythic weapon. We only need 4 more mythic weapons until we're done with them. Legendaries, I think we still have another 20, but they get accumulated pretty quickly. Anyways, let's go and mess with some PvP. That or some explore farming, either or, but we'll do it in PvP. A little bit more interesting. Oh yeah, a 10% chance to summon a Quasit is pretty funny. Basically a 10% chance that you'll block yourself with a useless troop. It's a really bad trait. Almost all of them are really bad traits. Some of them so bad that they make the weapon worse, not better. But some of them are such dead content anyways that it doesn't matter if it's even worse. Not going to be used regardless. Some of them are so bad that they could be the most perfect 10 perks in the game or 9 perks and they still wouldn't even be a usable weapon. Oh, why did I not take the tree? Oh, I hate this team. I hate it mainly because this team is really bad against it. To the point that I think we just lost. Because Greed's gonna die and then we're stuck with a key with no mana. Okay, looks like we still kind of win. But still annoying because it's really slow. This would be a lot better if we were using Thief, because we get those bandits that we could use as meat shields, kind of like what he's doing. But now I gotta kill an entire team. And by an entire team, I mean kill this team like 5 times over because of all the bandits. Yep. Just keep summoning. There we go. Luckily I didn't do a bandit right at the end there. Yeah, we get an ultra rare ingot that will go towards an epic ingot eventually. Yeah, 50% chance to summon a bandit is by far one of the most annoying traits in the entire game. A legend actually used to have that ability for a very short duration of time. Cabarrus used to have it. And it had it at 100% rate too, which is really, really broken. Like, so broken you had to stun it or you lost, essentially. They ended up fixing it within, like, a day or two. Because they buffed it so it's crazy, crazy high, and then it was so broken. Not to mention, what made it more so broken than anything was you were allowed to have 4 of them on your team, or 3 of them, depending on what you wanted to do. Or even 2, or, you know, however many you wanted. Whereas if they set it on hero, you can only ever have 1. Okay, I'm gonna waste my turn here for the gold. It's worth it, kind of. After that turn, it isn't. So luckily he misses, and we're not frozen on red. Grab that, gotta destroy. Hopefully into next turn, unfortunately it doesn't. Oh, it's almost dead already. I'll take this red just because there's a little bit of gold. And I can't cast him for gold, so it works out. Do that, get our kill, so he's not frozen. Get our summon so we don't die. And that's a match. Almost died to it. If we would have got 1 extra turn in there and killed Egg Thief, we probably would have lost. But luckily he didn't. Am I even going to bother with that team? No. No lust. Never going to bother. Not with this team. We'd have to switch into something else to bother with that. It's pretty easy to kill, it's just not with this. It's not easy to kill. Worst trait in the game? It's a hard one. It depends what you mean by worse. Well, so do you mean those weapon perks, or do you just mean an actual trait? I'm trying to think of one that actually backfires. I guess the worst perk in the game, on defend though, is any of those that have an explosion at the start of battle. This is really good if you're invading, but if you set this on defend, you basically get the explosion towards the enemy's capabilities. You still get the mana for what it explodes, but whatever cascades actually goes to the enemy and not yourself. This is only when the defend team is using it. So if this had something like this, which is one explosion at the start of battle, he would gain the mana for all the things that explodes, but all the cascades that come from it goes to the enemy. So it's pretty broken. It's really good for invading though, but on defend it would definitely be like the worst, because all it does is speed your enemy mana. At least with how it currently functions. But as far as uselessness, probably, I don't know, that's a hard one. Because there's a lot of things that could technically be considered really useless, but under some circumstances could be good. Like those traits that only give 1 HP per thing of a color. Those are generally pretty useless. But then you look at something like Sunbird, and then it's like, oh, it's actually somewhat decent. You could look at things like immune to poison, that's pretty useless because barely anything poisons. But then you look at something like a web spinner battle where you need that poison, then it's like, oh, this is actually pretty good, and stuff like that. Do you think it's worth upgrading Delve level above 100? No, unless you're trying for Pure Faction. For more stats, or wait for Pure Faction rework? Well, if you're currently camping a certain delve, it'd probably be worth it to get higher on it, which is why I raised to 200 on one. But yeah, I would wait till until the Pure Faction rework. They are definitely reworking Pure Faction. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when they get around to it at this point. How they will change it, we do not know, but they are definitely making Pure Faction easier. Probably not excessively easier, but easy enough that it's going to be much more convenient than it is now, that's for sure. You're still going to probably need to do post 100 leveling to get them done, but you might not need as much post level 200 leveling. So I don't know, you can make that call on yourself. Personally, I'm kind of saving. I did do it for 2 so far though. I did it for Crypt to get it done for as my only legit 2,500 currently, and I did it for the Warrens just because we're camping it. And we currently have that actually as our highest at level 200 exactly. Might get a little bit higher than that too, might as well. I don't know. I'm kind of saving treasure for 2 things right now. One is next faction. I might actually level next faction above 100, I'm not certain yet. And the other is for just any future stuff whenever it comes out. Oh, that was not a kill because we didn't get enough magic. Or not enough magic, I mean not enough gold. Kind of like magic as far as the key is concerned. So that brings you to kill range for sure. Probably already in kill range, just in case. There we go. What is the difference between regular factions and pure factions? Heard you talk about it before, but you don't get it. Pure faction is when you only use troops from the faction. This is required for one of the 4 scores within a faction. Each score has a total faction renown based on 4 different kind of objectives that you need, and pure faction is one of those. So there's 4 categories for each faction. There's best delve defeated, which is how far you've gotten in a delve. If you've gotten to delve level 120 defeated, then it's 120, so on and so forth. If it's like 150, it's 150. And this gets multiplied by 2, so if you have it at 250, it's 500 points. If it's at 500, it's 1,000 points, so on and so forth. And you can't get any higher than this. Well, actually, that's not true. It is technically possible if you do it during an event to get it higher than 500, but you only get points up to 500. So there's no point in really going any higher. This number can technically go higher. Not when you're normally doing the delve, but if you do a delve during an event, it actually goes infinitely. So this number could be theoretically over 1,000 or something. But it doesn't give you any points beyond 500. But anyways, best delve without any casualties. This just means the furthest you've gone, but the furthest you've gone without losing a single troop. and resummoning does not count. It still counts as a death if you resummon. It has to be literally 0 deaths whatsoever. The other one is Treasure Hoard. This up to 100 will give you 500 points. Anything beyond Treasure Hoard 100 does not give you any extra points, but it does give you extra stats, which makes the delve easier as far as all these points. All these extra levels, basically just getting all those extra stats from it and stuff. But it only gives you actual renown up to 100. And other than that, there's what I was mentioning, Pure Faction, which is best delve using the factions team is what it's specifically called. But this is the furthest delve you've ever done using 4 of the faction troops. This is by far the hardest of all 4 of these to do by a really ridiculously large margin. Like, it's not even close. Like, these 3 are a cakewalk compared to this one. And realistically, you can only get to about level 150, 200, maybe 250 if you're really lucky. And trying to do 500 with it is essentially pure luck or throwing this level to like 200 plus. Are like the only 2 ways of really doing it. And it is ridiculously hard in the current state of the game. But a pure faction team would be something like just using 4 troops from the faction. So for example, if you wanted to do pure faction for Crypt, like I was just showing, you would only be able to use these troops that you currently see here. Graveseer, Lady Mirana, Nightshade, and Spectral Knight. If you use your hero or any troop that isn't these 4, it would not count. You are allowed to repeat though, so you could run 3 Lady Miranas and Graveseer, which is the best team to run for it, and it would still count as pure faction. But these are the only 4 troops you'd be able to use, no hero, no nothing else. And it is very hard because most delves have really bad combinations. Also, the final battle of each delve and the first battle of each delve is basically just a mirror battle against a similar team of yourself, except they have ridiculously higher stats than you, which is the other reason why it's so hard. Because even if you make it all the way through the delve to the final room, you then have a final battle that's basically a mirror battle where the enemy already has an advantage over you, unless you have absurdly high stats. Stop giving me lust teams. I will skip over every... No! Okay, I might just need to set up a anti-lust team soon, if there's going to be that many lusts around. They've really popped up a lot over the last like month or so, mainly because it's a really good counter to key team. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Let me go give a redeem code. Thank you for reminding me, Rova. Also, really creative, reminding me without actually mentioning it. That's really that's really interesting. But anyways, yeah, let me go give out a code. Sorry about that. I completely forgot. I'll go do that before we end the stream. Well, we're not ending anytime soon. Well, we are in about 5 minutes or so. So if you guys still have any other questions, let me know. But let me go copy this, save and edit. Put this over here. Where'd it go? Where's the code section? That right there. Boom, boom, boom. Save it. Refresh. Put it over here. Paste. Copy the whole thing. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu, whatever your game says there. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section, or simply click that link. And it gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold, and it works on every platform except for the 2 console versions. Excuse me. Anyways, let's go back to PvP. Excuse me. There are so many Wrath Possessed King teams around as well lately. And they keep getting random with those doomed weapons, which I guess is technically a decent strategy for it. It's probably the most common setup that you would ever use with Possessed King. Wrath in first slot, Hero with anything, or Doomskull mechanic of anything, Possessed King, and Skyla. That's probably the most common Possessed King team that ever gets built for the most part. Mainly because it can go absurd like Red is doing right there. It doesn't always, but once it gets going, it can really get going. Like, this could actually be bad. He's about to destroy like 2 or 3 troops here. Luckily we got a summon. That really lucky summoned. Luckily we get the luck for once instead of the enemy. Double bandit? What is that? The only thing that could possibly make us lose right now is, oddly enough, Possessed King's cast to convert our hero. It's the only thing that we could possibly lose to. That or that weapon going crazy. Also, how many bandits is he going to get? I think he has 100% bandit summon rate this battle. Okay, until that happens. There we go. And then it goes down to 0%. And we'll get the kill. Oh yeah, I forgot. No wonder why we're getting so many skulls. Storms do still last, even after the troop thingy keeps doing it. They still last for several turns. So we're actually still using all of Skyla's ability against them. That's funny, even though she was already dead. Yeah, it is possible to do crypt at level 100. It's the only, not only is it the easiest delve, oops, I took the wrong one. Not only is it the easiest delve in the entire game to get completed, but it's also the only delve that could technically be defeated with 0 upgrades or realistically just 100 upgrades. You do not actually need a max out crypt to get pure faction done. It's the only faction that you can ever do that for. Even once they do the rework, it'll probably still be the only faction you can get away with that for, until they add some kind of other mechanic to another one that makes it easier. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. I really just need to go make a counter team for it. I guess we could just use Yagüe Queen of Tanya to counter it fine. Or anything that AoEs down the entire team at once is also pretty decent against it. The reason why Ki is so bad against it is you're killing 2 simultaneously, which basically just kills out your entire team. You have to kill out the entire enemy team at once to really effectively kill it. Also, the other problem with this team is once we lose Ki, we lose the battle. And the multi-lust team is pretty good at killing out Ki, since it's right in the middle. And Charm hits the 2 adjacent, so it has a lot higher chance of actually killing that out. Oh, why did I use Ki? I should have used XP for Ki. We would have won there. As long as he doesn't keep barrier, we're fine. And he's dead. How's PvP leaderboard looking these days? I haven't been trying for it because it's not that needed. It's about the same place as always. I believe about 24,000 is about what it's normally at. Just like ever so slightly below 25,000. And that ends up giving a lot of epic ingots. It's not really worth trying for though. I would almost go and spend gold before I would bother doing that again. I mean, not gold, money. Before I would bother doing that again. Because it takes an absurdly long amount of time just to get those 5 epic ingots. I'd rather almost just spam explore or something else in that time. Or just not do it at all. Which is why I haven't been doing it at all. It's weird. PvP leaderboard has gone... It fluctuated many times throughout this game to where it was kind of pointless to do it, then useful to do it, then pointless to do it again, then really useful to do it when ingots ended up coming out, and then it became useless again, and that's currently where it's sitting, as it being useless. The only real benefit you get from it is all the gold along the way. The actual tier rewards are pretty horrible. Oh no, he has an eye. It shouldn't be too big a deal though. Not in that team as well. Eye is more of like a skull spam related weapon. Even though it doesn't have any skull spam, that's the type of teams you normally use it in. Because you tend to lose your first slot a lot in skull spam. And that can replace it out. Plus the things it summons are actually really good with skull spam. Oops, I have this ability up, but I don't have the gold. Should have probably gotten the gold, but let's move that over for now. That's not enough to kill either. He's about to just get summoned anyway, so we wouldn't even want to kill it even if we could. Let's take whatever then. Waste our turn. No good real follow-up. Let's take the red, I guess. Throw that down, and then we can start rolling. Unfortunately, he's already rolling with everything. It's sad if we actually lose this. Possible. Let me go get an XP change. And there we go. We won. Or we should. What's happened to our hero? He like had a helmet and didn't have a helmet. Okay, we'll go and that destroyed. Another hit. And a smash. Oh, wait, how did we not get next turn from that? Oh, he died off the 5 damage, that's why. If he was taking his green, we might have been able to get a skull out of it. But it won't matter because we take that and egg it down. Or not egg, the key. If maps had a leaderboard, there would probably be people enjoying it. Oh yeah, there'd be a lot more people doing maps, and a lot of newer players would probably be on the leaderboard. Like, you'd probably see people under level 100 doing leaderboard. There are some people that, even based on the devs' data, that literally all they do is they come into Gems of War and they just play treasure hunts. Like, they don't even do anything else other than just a treasure hunt game mode. There are a small percent of people that's literally all they do in this game. Or at least a majority of what they do, if not literally the only thing. So they would definitely make that leaderboard and appreciate something like that. It's something I thought they were adding a while back, but I kind of misread what they said. But it did almost seem like at one point they were going to add a bunch of leaderboards for like arena and treasure hunt and stuff like that, but then they didn't. Really wish they would have. It would really encourage people to do it. And most of the people that would benefit from it, like a leaderboard for arena and a leaderboard for treasure hunt and stuff, would be newer players for the most part, because those are the type of players that generally are playing those game modes for the most part. Like lower to mid-range players. Oh, Kraken, welcome. As far as their level. Yes, next Friday is a new Mythic, and next Friday is also a new Delve. We're finally getting the Bleed mechanic, and we're getting a useless Mythic. Well, not like useless, but pretty close to useless. It's kind of like Tetris, but with a stun, and with a slightly different secondary capability. It might find some purpose, but from what I can tell, it looks like it's going to be pretty underwhelming. But you never know. And we got 4,000 gold from that gnome, which is almost less than the battle itself. Oh, I almost forgot this thing even exists. It's so cute, but it's so not viable, unfortunately. It's way too random. But a Tinseltail, that ends up coming out around Christmas. Really wish it would have been a little bit more viable, because it's really nice troop art. Probably one of my favorite dragons in the game. I still like Dragon Soul and stuff a little bit better, like visually. But I don't know. Even though that troop is pretty useless, it's a nice visual for it. Yeah, Tech9 has an absurd amount of maps done. I think it might actually have one of the highest map rates in the entire game completed. I don't even know how many my total would be. It's definitely a few thousand, but I don't think it's much higher than a few thousand. And these days, the only time I really play maps is maybe a few per week, just to kind of go in between everything, or if I just want a few gems for no reason, or just to kind of split stuff up. Whenever there's a map event where it kind of forces you to have to do it. It's like the only times I bother doing it these days. But yeah, if you haven't done the map event this week, I do advise doing it. It's pretty good loot. It only takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And it only takes about 100 maps or so, like Gamora just said. And you can farm that in like an hour with Tyree. And even if you don't have that many maps, you can rebuy them with Glory. Did he just 10% us? He did. It's like the whole premise of Assassin, and he actually got it off. Assassin is technically the best skull damage of any hero class. Mainly because of that 10% it has. Oh, look at that Agile go. Oh no! Did he really... Wait, did he just Scorpius us? That's funny. Okay, we're gonna play this out. We're not gonna die that way. We're not dying to that. Okay, do I take a skull? That's not enough damage, is it? Yes, it is. He's using Assassin. As long as he doesn't 30% it. Okay, good, he didn't 30% it. We got 2 eggs there. If he tries killing them again with poison, or with Scorpius, he shouldn't be able to get away with it. So we got a useless troop in first lock. Nice. As long as this doesn't die, we still win. Oh, we just died. Well then. The last baby dragon to save us all. Who will it be? Actually, 2 baby dragons to save us all. Let's see what we have. Do I even bother with that skull? It has 25% reflect. It's gonna hit us anyways. There goes Scorpius. We did not get any baby dragon from it. We'll take that skull because he's about to transform anyways. Okay, can we win with these 2? Let's see. What do we have to choose from? We have ourselves a... Oh! Oh, if this is Element Grim or Dragon Soul or... There's several things that this could be that could make us win, but it has to use red. Ooh, that's not red. That is not the color red. Okay, we probably lose this. I'm still gonna play it out and line up. And he's just blocking my purple at this point. I don't even need his cast. It's pointless. Let him give him some green because he just denies himself. It's fine. What else we need? I need a blue or purple. Do we hit him with... Oh yeah, we'll let him have a skull. It's not enough to kill. Barely. So now we'll get a bunch of brown. And it's going to be a bunch of stuff he actually needs too, which is unfortunate. We'll take that for now, just so he doesn't get anything too good out of it. Grab a free turn. Run the mana we need, though. I almost want to throw this down, but it's kind of pointless. We don't have anything that uses red. Okay, I guess we'll just take that. Gives us a skull, which is just going to kill our first slot, so that's not really going to do much. But I don't really have much of a choice, so we'll do that. Oh, that does give him Scorpius. Luckily, that can't be poisoned. But he'll kill us with that, won't he? No. It'll bring us to one-shot range. We're not dead yet. Though if we take a single skull, we lose. Which also means if we give him a skull, we lose. If anything skull-related happens, we lose. Because I can't touch him or else we die, and I can't let him get a skull or else we die. Okay, we'll take that over. We're gonna lose any second now. Okay, we got one last cast. Go! And super dead. Fail. Let's do one more battle and not lose. I just wanted to play that out for fun. Let's go take our revenge. Will I do an arena battle ever again? Probably. But there's even less of a purpose of doing it now. They nerfed it even further. Well, not that it was nerfed already, but they got rid of... not only did they get rid of brown-blue banner, so that glitch isn't possible anymore, where it just defaulted to brown-blue mana, but you also can't get... you can't get hero weeks either anymore, which is like one of the only reasons you would even run it in late game other than the trophies. It was just a kind of chill way of gaining hero XP without doing Explore spam. But now you can't even do that anymore. But yes, we will do Arena again. And that will be when they finally buff it sometime this year. But until then, we're probably never touching Arena. Unless a daily task tells us to, because for 10 gems, it's kind of worth it. Takes like 10 minutes to run Arena, probably less. And for 10 gems, it's okay value. But anyways, did anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, yeah, I guess we'll be heading out for now. We will be back in 13 hours from now at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be streaming tomorrow morning. It might be a little bit of a shorter stream just because we don't have too much to do. We're probably just going to be throwing some Frostmage leveling, answering questions, and just messing around with stuff. Other than that, we'll still be back at normal time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, as we are every night. And yeah, don't forget, new Mythic next Friday and new Delve next Friday, so make sure to save some of your shards and possibly save some of your keys, particularly like Glory and Gem keys, to try to throw down for the new Mythic. We'll be going over it next Friday and all the normal stuff with it. Anyways, hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for stopping by, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye, everyone!